the entire FNAF timeline. Let's go.
Get ready for a surprise.
Chicken sing.
All back, all of them, together in one place.
Stop pausing.
A franchise with over a decade's worth of content, spanning countless games, books, and now a movie. There's a reason that no matter whose timeline you watch, they all look different. Making a FNAF timeline is not easy. There are so many ways you can interpret this story, and this is mine. So let's start at the beginning.
1970s.
Back in the 70s, a company called Fazbear Entertainment got its start by creating different props and mascot costumes for carnivals, and specifically for something called the Fall Fest. The Fall Fest featured various mascot characters, such as a bird, an elephant, and the most popular of all, Fredbear and Bonnie. These specific mascot costumes were so popular, Fazbear Entertainment opened a dedicated restaurant for them called Fredbear's Family Diner, featuring the same Fredbear and Bonnie mascot costumes from the Fall Fest. What Fazbear Entertainment didn't account for, though, was one of their animatronics from the Fall Fest going rogue.
What the fuck
ending
is that?
in a giant fire, with most of everything from the Fall Fest being destroyed.
Oh, this already looks like it's a high quality video, bruh. I'm not gonna lie, one thing about FNAF, I feel like if I was there, bro, I wouldn't be there, man. Like, I'm not gonna cap to you. Stupid ass motherfuckers always coming back to this shit, right? And I know there's some lore to it to why motherfuckers keep coming back and shit, but I just never be in that situation. The entire FNAF timeline. Somebody told me this shit like outdated by like for one game,
the
but I think it's
specifics
fine.
about the animatronic that went rogue and the fire are unknown and will likely be revealed next year in FNAF's next big release. Although we don't know much about how
This
this
game is
fire
out. Was that game
occurred,
good?
we do know that after the fire, Fazbear Entertainment started phasing out of the mascot costume era. They needed something new. The two men who helped found Fazbear Entertainment, William Afton and Henry Emily, stepped up to the plate. William Afton was mostly the businessman of the two, handling all of the money, while Henry was the more creative one, with him being in charge of building most of the animatronics and props for the company. With the Fall Fest era of the company coming to a close, they were only left with Fredbear's Family Diner, the standalone restaurant created for the Fredbear and Bonnie characters. In order to replace the mascot versions of Fredbear and Bonnie,
I'm not gonna lie, they was designing these animatronics ugly as hell, bro. Especially this, like, I think there are really good animatronics design-wise and shit like those. And not to say he's ugly design-wise, the nigga just fucking ugly. I'm not gonna cap to you, though, bro. Like, I would never take my kid to any establishment where this is the fucking mascot.
Henry went to work on new versions of the characters, eventually creating the new Fredbear and Spring.
Like, this is real? Like, is this real footage or is this like some 3D modeling shit? That shit is terrifying. Like, especially the Fredbear version, that is actually terrifying. No. I was about to say, regardless, like, I would never take my kids here, bro. Like, holy.
Work on new versions of the characters, eventually creating the new Fredbear and Spring Bonnie. The same characters, but with new designs and new suits. Henry called them Springlock suits. These suits are able to double as both an animatronic and a suit that the employees could wear. To switch the suit—
No, nigga, I ain't asked if it was real, as if motherfucking there's real animatronics and somebody recorded it off their phone. Is it real in terms of the fact that Scott Cawthon made it? Yes or no? Niggas I was talking about some, is this real? Did a nigga record it? As if there's some area in real life where you can see these fucking animatronics though, bro. What the fuck?
Able to double as both an animatronic and a suit that the employees could wear. To switch the suit from animatronic mode to suit mode, the employees could use a hand crank to pull back the animatronic parts, leaving room for them to climb inside. The spring locks that were helping to hold back those animatronic parts were very sensitive though, and with even a little bit of moisture, the spring locks could potentially snap shut, crushing and killing whoever was inside. But if that ended up happening, Fazbear Entertainment had some common sense procedures set in place.
In the case that the spring locks come loose while you are wearing a suit, please try to maneuver away from populated areas before bleeding out, as to not ruin the customer experience.
Fredbear's Family Diner
That's
ended—
really bad design, honestly, bro. Like, I think we can all tell at this point. And I don't know if I can talk about things that, just for the sake of keeping shit in chronological, I don't know if I can talk, if it's good to talk about things that happen later right now, just to understand shit. But like, did niggas die in that shit, bro? Like how the fuck? I know if you sweat, then the water would obviously cause that. But why the fuck would anybody run into it? Like, why would the purple nigga run into the motherfucking suit? Because he's scared? You're a grown ass man scared of some ghost nigga? That ass serious and shit like those, man.
Up being super successful for William and Henry, so much so that other companies tried replicating it. Another company proceeded to rip off Fazbear Entertainment's old mascot characters by creating their own animatronic versions of them. The leader of the group was Ned Bear, a direct copy of Fredbear, followed by a hippo, an elephant, and a frog. All characters from the Fall Fest, and all with slightly different designs to avoid copyright issues. But while the rival company was able to replicate the designs, they could not replicate Henry's state-of-the-art technology. Their robots were poorly made and had to have giant batteries with exposed wires on stage with them. Naturally, the rival company failed and ended up being bought out by Fazbear Entertainment.
I can tell they failed though, bro. I think they're in one or two of the games, right? And shit. But I could tell, you could definitely tell they failed. Them motherfuckers never got mentioned ever again, bro, in early FNAF games.
Bought out by Fazbear Entertainment. With all of the success from Fredbear's Family Diner, William and Henry decided to branch out and create more characters for a new restaurant. In 1983, William and Henry opened Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, featuring Freddy Fazbear, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy. With the opening of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, Fazbear Entertainment was experiencing success like they've never seen before. But with two restaurants now open at the same time, more success also meant more work for William and Henry. The duo were so wrapped up in work that they started neglecting their own families. William was the father of 3 kids, the eldest, Michael, the crying child, and Elizabeth. The crying
Damn. Yo, this nigga's really a terrible fucking father. I'm not gonna lie to you though, bro. Like, this is just like, hold on, let me just let it play out though, bro. But just off some of the games we play, because what games did we play on stream so far? We played Sister Location, FNAF 4. We played FNAF 1 like the first like couple nights, and then that was it and shit. And just off the 2 games that we played, bro, like, this nigga is terrible.
Child has yet to have a 100% confirmed name, so for this video, he will just be called the Crying Child. Meanwhile, Henry had 1 kid, a daughter named Charlie. The business partners spent most of their days working, so they both created different ways of taking care of their kids. Henry was the robotics genius, so he used his talents to create a new animatronic to watch Charlie for him. It was called the Security Puppet. This animatronic would sit by the door of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza and make sure that Charlie wasn't able to leave the building. This made it so Charlie could play at the restaurant while Henry worked, without Henry having to worry about her leaving the building or getting kidnapped. The robot was linked directly to a green bracelet that Charlie was wearing. If Charlie, wearing the green bracelet, tried leaving the building, the security puppet would spring into action. William, on the other hand, was the businessman of the company. He cared more about making money, but also saving money. Naturally, he decided to just force his eldest son Michael to babysit while he was at work. Michael was mostly in charge of babysitting the Crying Child. The Crying Child didn't have many friends, but
this Michael dude was fucked up though. I'm not gonna lie. He was terrorizing this Crying Child and shit like that. He was terrorizing this motherfucker, bro. We all have a older brother or older siblings who made fun of us, and I've made fun of my little siblings, but bro was actually terrorizing his little brother.
Did have a close relationship with his plushies. These plushies were of characters from his favorite show, Fredbear and Friends, Fazbear Entertainment's newest cartoon, featuring Fredbear, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy. The Crying Child's favorite character, though, was Fredbear. He especially loved his Fredbear plushie. Although he loved the plushie version of the characters, the animatronics would soon become a different story. One day, while visiting Fredbear's Family Diner, the Crying Child saw something that would scar him for the rest of his life. While wandering the restaurant, he walked by the employees only room, where an employee accidentally left the door open. Inside the room was his father, William Afton, helping another employee into a spring Bonnie suit. But through the eyes of the Crying Child, this looked like someone was literally being stuffed into an animatronic suit. The Crying Child was so young that he wasn't educated on how the mascot characters worked, so seeing a human be put inside of one terrified him. When a child experiences something traumatic, their brain naturally tries finding ways to deal with that trauma. The Crying Child's way of dealing with his trauma was by creating an imaginary friend. This imaginary friend took the form of the object he loved the most, his Fredbear plushie. His new imaginary friend Fredbear followed him wherever he went, shape-shifting into flowers, hiding behind cars and in the sewers, with nobody being able to see him except for the crying
That
child.
shit's
When the crying child was
so
overwhelmed,
creepy,
the
bro.
plushie would talk to him and try to calm him down.
This was low-key, like, I don't know what it's gonna go through with FNAF 4, because I know there's been theories on what FNAF 4 is exactly, and I guess they'll get to that. But the fact that, like, I've never had an imaginary friend that's just teleporting with me fucking, like, every single place and talking about some, don't worry, I'll put you back together. Like, this nigga creepy as hell, bro. Like, this nigga creepy as hell with some, a motherfucking white-ass eyes and shit. Same, I had a rat before. Y'all had imaginary friends and shit? I thought we all had that. Just how it's conveyed in the game, like how bro's just looking in the sewers, he's a flower and shit. Like, this is actually, like, this, like, realistically, this would be very creepy if your imaginary friend was doing all this. I ain't gonna lie to you. Right, this is FNAF 4. I'm aware that this is FNAF 4, but, like, was FNAF 4, and I don't know if he'll get to this, was FNAF 4, like, I guess the actual gameplay, right, was in his head and shit, right? But, like, this is all real, right?
Even when the plushie wasn't around, it was still able to speak to him because it lived in his mind. While the crying child was dealing with the trauma of seeing what he thinks was someone being stuffed into a suit, his brother Michael was only making it worse. Michael knew about what happened with his younger brother and used it against him. Every day while babysitting the crying child, Michael would put on a foxy mask, hide somewhere in the house, and jump scare his little brother.
Animation is actually very, like, tense. Like, it's definitely making me a little nervous. Like, look at that. Look, nigga, the scary ass plush in his dark ass room with white eyes.
From the pizzeria to your living room, you no longer have to wait to sing and dance with Fredbear and Friends. Weeknights at 8, 7 Central, only on...
Bro, why am I actually kind of scared, bro? He ain't got no locks on his shit? I always wondered that in the game. Look like he locking my shit.
Through all of Michael's—
That was a crazy animation, I'm not gonna lie. That was a crazy way to convey what bro was going through. And that was actually kind of scary. I'm not gonna hold.
bullying, the crying child's imaginary friend Fredbear would comfort him and talk him through the situation, saying, "You know he is hiding again. Be careful. Tomorrow is another day." Michael wasn't the only one bullying the crying child, though. The local kids in the neighborhood heard about why the crying child was so scared of the pizzeria, even making up fake rumors related to what the crying child thought he saw there. "You'd better watch out. I hear they come to life at night. And if you die, they hide your body and never tell anyone."
Like, why would you say so? I guess they kids, bro, so they're gonna say some shit. But, bro, if I'm walking around, you see me crying, and bro is constantly crying. Like, bro is never not crying, bro. Like, maybe he's not crying, like, for, like, 30 seconds, and then he start crying again. If you see me crying and talking about some, watch out, there's some animatronics in there, they're gonna motherfucking stuff you in that fucking suit, you bitch-ass nigga. Like, it's like, bro, dead ass serious? Seriously, bro?
But all of this bullying would come to a
Who the fuck is this child?
And never tell anyone. But all of this bullying would come to a head on one special day, the crying child's birthday. Ironically, his birthday party was being held at Fredbear's family diner. Because he was so terrified of being at the pizzeria, he hid under the table, not knowing that Michael and his friends were nearby, planning a prank that would go terribly wrong.
Yeah, the animation is crazy in this video.
Make sure you grab your pizza. Fredbear and Spring Bonnie will be performing in 5 minutes.
Is that MatPat voice? Yo! Like, nah, like, this looks so crazy, bro. Like, where's the adults at, bruh? Where is he? You know there was some motherfucker working at the pizzeria, bro, just looking at this shit happen and talking about something. I don't get paid enough for this shit, bro. It is what it is, though, bro. There had to be adults who just seen this shit and let it happen. Damn.
Michael and his friends lifted the crying
meme.
child up to, quote, give Fredbear a big kiss, and Fredbear bit down on him, leaving his body to go limp. Michael and his friends quickly stopped laughing. Because of Michael's immature behavior, his terrified younger brother paid the ultimate price. Although the crying child was badly hurt, he didn't immediately die. Because of the immense brain damage, he slipped into a coma. After being treated at a hospital, the crying child was taken home so he could be comfortable, surrounded by his only friends, his plushies. In the crying child's final moments, Michael decides to apologize for what he's done, saying, "Can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me. I'm sorry." After Michael speaks, the crying child's imaginary friend Fredbear, created out of the trauma he experienced, continues doing what it's done the whole time. It comforts him, saying, "You're broken. We are still your friends. Do you still believe that? I'm still here. I will put you back together." This would be the final thing the crying child hears before he dies. The crying child's spirit...
Bro said I'll put you back together and then bro just died. That's kind of tough, bro. Bro kind of capped on his name. But... it's like this game, like now kind of understanding like all the story cohesively is very interesting. Would y'all say FNAF 4 is like the scariest game in the series, or is there like a game that's like scarier than it?
Would then live on, the final thing the crying child hears before he dies. The crying child's spirit would then live on in the Fredbear suit, the thing that took his life. The crying child's death wasn't just an accident. It was directly caused by Michael's recklessness. This is something that Michael could potentially face jail time for, so it needed to be covered up. Since the crying child was being kept at home, no one else knew that he ended up passing away. So William and Michael ended up burying the crying child's body in the middle of the woods where no one would find him. No tombstone, no flowers, just a pile of dirt, an unmarked grave, and a lifetime's worth of guilt.
Bro's life was fucking terrible, bro. Bro spent his childhood crying at a place he didn't want to motherfucking be and getting traumatized 24/7 by his older brother just to get bitten and die a terrible death from a coma. Like, and then get buried in the backwoods with no tombstone. Like, bro's whole existence is just terrible, bro.
To live with. Shortly after the incident, Fredbear's family diner was quickly shut down, and Fredbear was completely wiped from existence. The Fredbear and Friends TV show turned into Freddy and Friends on tour. The Fredbear and Spring Bonnie Springlock suits also ended up being moved into the back room of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, mainly being used as spare suits if one of the Freddy's animatronics broke down. The death of William Afton's youngest son was a pivotal moment in this story, specifically William Afton's story. This was the first domino to fall. A father losing his son is a traumatic situation, and while any other father would take time to grieve, be sad, and properly deal with such a big loss, William Afton took a different route. Afton definitely was upset about his son.
I mean, gang, you're like already a bad father because you're not like motherfucking watching your kids and shit like those, bro. I know he busy and he working and shit, and that's just how it go. But it's just like this nigga Michael really like killed this nigga. Like he basically killed his brother and shit like those. Like very much so killed his brother, nigga. And you ain't even give bro a tombstone. Bro is literally like nothing. He's literally sitting in the woods and he's nothing, bro. It's kind of, you already at this point in the story, bro, he's already an L father, like and shit like that. He just only gets worse.
Undying, but it wasn't because he felt bad for his son. It was because it was embarrassing to him. William Afton was a narcissist.
Where's
he
the
had
mother
little
at?
to no empathy. All he cared about,
Don't tell me if it'll get explained later,
was work and comparing himself to his business partner, Henry. Henry had a wife, a kid, and a talent for robotics that Afton was utterly jealous of. The death of the crying child sent Afton over the edge because while Henry's family was still perfect, his was now broken. Henry and William had different ways of taking care of their kids, and while Afton employing his eldest son failed, Henry's security puppet succeeded. Henry's daughter, Charlie, lived on. Afton had a hard time dealing with this feeling of embarrassment. He started becoming an alcoholic, frequently visiting the local bar called Junior's. One night though, after drinking a little too much and getting kicked out of the bar, he decided that he was going to settle the score with Henry. Afton, drunk and filled with rage, drove from the bar to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, where he knew Charlie was being watched over by Henry's security puppet. Afton planned on risking everything to kill Henry's daughter, Charlie. He didn't care if he
So all that, bro, and then like, so niggas is like, yo, my son just died, bro. So you know what I'm gonna do, bro? You know what the most logical thing in this situation to do? You know what I'm gonna do, nigga? And then motherfucking do some motherfucking drive-bys.
got caught, and he didn't care if everything to kill Henry's daughter, Charlie. He didn't care if he got caught, and he didn't care if he went to prison. But when Afton got to Freddy's, he noticed that Charlie was standing outside by herself. It turned out that some bullies were able to trap the security puppet in its box and lock Charlie outside the building, giving Afton the perfect opportunity to kill Charlie outside of the pizzeria. The security puppet was eventually able to escape its box and went looking for Charlie.
Oh, wow.
As Afton sped away, the puppet noticed that Charlie was outside in the pouring rain. It then did what it was programmed to do and went to protect her. But as the puppet got closer to Charlie's body, the rain started making it short circuit. It was forced to crawl its way over to her until the rain got to be too much, and the puppet shut down right next to Charlie's body. While Charlie and the puppet lay lifeless next to each other, Afton was speeding home, driving right past where he buried his son and the bar he got kicked out of. When Afton got home, he was met with his wife sitting in the living room watching TV, and Michael in his bedroom. Afton was
It's so crazy how a lot of this, like, story you can get out of the mini games. Like, some of the mini games, especially when the games were coming out, like, were just left to interpretation, and not everybody could really make sense of what the fuck they're seeing. Like this mini game of this yellow
got to be too much, and the pups to each bar he got kicked out
like
of.
this yellow figure just walking across the way and shit like that. Like, how do you even interpret this as all this? But it's just like there's a bunch of games and a bunch of lores. I know there's books as well, so this is probably how motherfuckers came to a lot of these conclusions, bro.
When Afton got home, he was met with his wife sitting in the living room watching TV, and Michael in his bedroom. Afton was a drunk and abusive father and fully blamed Michael for what happened to his youngest son. Mrs. Afton tells him to leave Michael alone because he's had a tough day. But
most of the mini games, hold on, what does that say? Why did I just do that? Most of the mini games go up to, damn, can I see the motherfucking message? Most of the mini games go up to interpreting. Some say that the grave is actually the wife and the kid on the chair is the older son.
Afton doesn't listen. He goes over to Michael's room and alone. He blamed Michael for what happened to his youngest son. Mrs. Afton tells him to leave Michael alone because he's had a tough day, but Afton doesn't listen. He goes over to Michael's room and pounds on the door, only for the door to be locked. He then makes his way around the house to try and find a way in from the outside, but once he gets to Michael's bedroom window, he notices that it's broken, and Michael was gone. Michael was so upset by what he did to his brother that he would sometimes see visions of Fredbear appear and disappear. Tonight, Fredbear appeared outside his bedroom window, and it almost felt like his brother was calling out to him from beyond the grave. This would happen frequently.
I can't say he don't deserve it.
Michael would run to the spot where they buried his younger brother, only to find that nothing had changed. His younger brother was still gone and buried in the ground. Afton knew Michael did this often, saying, "Ran off to that place again. He will be sorry when he gets back." The guilt of killing his younger brother haunted Michael in his real life, but also in his dreams.
Poor Michael, man. Fuck Michael, nigga. What the fuck, bro? At this point in time in the story, bro, fuck that nigga Michael, though, bro. But like, bro was terrorizing his younger brother and bullying his younger brother and shit like that, to the point where his younger brother lived a fucking terrible life and was constantly crying, and then literally killed his brother and said, "Accidentally." I'm like, I guess, though, bro. Fuck Michael, bro.
Would constantly have nightmares about the animatronic that took his brother's life. These were the exact same nightmares his
character arc. Man, nigga, I'm not trying to hear none of that. At this point in time, it's fuck Michael, though, bruh, and shit like those. And when this nigga turns into a Cold Stone menu item and shit like that, though, bruh, I'm not gonna feel bad for this nigga, bro. I can't lie to you, but we'll see, because I don't know everything about the story, so we'll see how this develops, bruh.
Younger brother animatronic that took his brother's life. These were the exact same nightmares his younger brother used to have every night, now passed on to him.
Fuck. Hello, Ed boy. Wait, hold on. Jesus Christ. Yo, Jesus Christ, bro. Yo, what you doing? It's 3 a.m. and you see bro outside your window. What's your next move, though, bro? Yo, and bro was in fucking purgatory, bro. Like, what the hell? This was like, bro's life was terrible. Holy shit. Y'all think he bite? Nah, he don't bite. Whoa. Oh, I forgot he could teleport. Don't do it. Don't do it. Y'all think he bite? Nah, he chill. Yeah, GG, just put it in, bro. Holy shit.
After the death of
I think that is like that Fredbear design, and again, I haven't seen all the designs, but those have to be like a top 5 like design. Like at least like in the FNAF universe, that gotta be a top 5 design, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. That shit is actually genuinely like a scary ass design. That and then the nightmare version of it, like genuinely scary.
Charlie, Fazbear Entertainment
Not top
tried
5, really?
their best at covering it up. Fortunately for them and for William, the crime was committed outside, where no one was around to witness it. William was able to get away with everything, while Fazbear Entertainment never spoke of the incident again. The security puppet was quickly moved to the back room of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, where the retired Fredbear and Spring Bonnie suits resided. But something was different about the security puppet. Dark tears now appeared on the mask of the animatronic. Dark tears that weren't there before. This is something that Afton quickly noticed the next day when he went into work. He'd heard about what happened moments after he sped off. He knew the security puppet was found laying next to Charlie's body. So does that mean Charlie's soul now resided in the puppet? William definitely noticed that the puppet looked different, almost like it was haunted, almost like it was thinking. Other employees would eventually notice the same thing.
I'll be honest, I never liked that puppet thing. It's always thinking, and it can go anywhere.
After realizing
I ain't gonna lie, bro. If I got killed in a drive-by stabbing, bro, and was left in the motherfucking rain, bro, shit. I mean, bro, I'd be pretty mad too. I'd be thinking about how to get my get back too, bro.
security puppet
We lagging chat or no?
Always thinking, and it can go anywhere.
After realizing the security puppet may be possessed by the spirit of Charlie, Afton went back and looked at the crying child's Fredbear plushie, only to find that it also seemed to be haunted. The crying child feared for his life every single day, and that plushie was something he was able to cry and pour his agony into. Afton believed that this is what caused the plushie to appear haunted. It wasn't made alive by the spirit of his son, it was made alive by the agony and fear his son poured into it. Afton quickly became obsessed with the concept of haunted objects, and more specifically, the power of human emotion. He needed to find out if this is something he could take advantage of. Afton then used all of his money he made from Fredbear's and Freddy Fazbear's Pizza to build a giant underground facility directly under his house. It was here that he would try to recreate what happened with his son, to recreate the fear and agony he experienced.
This thing is genuinely a psychopath. Nobody would take these steps after your son has been killed and you just caught a body and stuff like that of your man's daughter and shit like those, and now you notice that certain things are haunted and this is what you go ahead and do. I'm genuinely surprised that Afton ain't blow his shit like clean off at some point, bro. Like realistically, honestly, like I'm surprised he took this course of action and ain't just blow his shit clean off, bro. Where I beat the games in order instead of the games released.
It what happened with his son, to recreate the fear and agony he experienced. In order to do this, Afton didn't take any chances. He needed to replicate exactly what his son went through every day. In order to do this, Afton built a replica of his house underground, along with his son's daily walk to Fredbear's family diner. He also built a makeshift bedroom where he could force kids to have the same nightmare every night. Afton would sit in his office watching them on the cameras that could be accessed using the passcode 1983.
And this was the room that this was that one room in FNAF, like the night 6 room. And I hated this fucking room, by the way. Actually a fucking very, very annoying night, but not as annoying as that night 4 night in sister location. But that's that one night.
Code in his office watching them on the cameras that could be accessed using the passcode 1983, the year his son got bit. He also kept the crying child's Fredbear plushie on the desk as a reminder of what he was trying to replicate. In the makeshift bedroom, there were dummy animatronics that wheeled down the hallway. But the kids wouldn't see them as just blank dummies on wheels. Afton would pump hallucinogenic gas into the room to get the kids to think that what they were seeing was a monster. These nightmare
Wait, what? Is that true?
gas canisters were
Bro, gassing children? What the fuck, bro? I ain't gonna lie, most tame crime in Poppy Playtime. Most kind crime in Poppy Playtime, bro.
see them as just blank dummies on wheels.
That's
Afton would
fucked
pump
up.
hallucinogenic
Wow.
gas into the room to get the kids to think that what they were seeing was a monster. These nightmare gas canisters were being stored all throughout his underground facility, and on the bed of this
Chicken,
makeshift
think of that
bedroom was a Freddy plushie, in the hopes that the kids would pour their fear and agony into the plush,
really
like
tryna,
his son did to his plushie.
Wow.
On the other side of the bunker, where Afton recreated the crying child's walk to Fredbear's, he placed a bunch of Fredbear plushies all over the place. These Fredbear plushies had walkie-talkies inside of them. This was Afton's way of recreating his son's imaginary friend that would talk to him wherever he went. Afton would speak to the kids through his walkie-talkie sitting in his private office. After setting up the bunker, Afton was only
Okay, unless I missed it, unless I'm not listening. Okay, so he wanted to recreate like all these ghost type, like possession type plushes and shit like that. What was he gonna do after that? Like, unless I'm missing something, like what was the goal after that? Was he doing it because like I'm confused. What was his goal after this? After he actually just researched, so he just did it just for the sake of research. Immortality. I can't tell if a nigga's joking or not, but like that's some like that would be actually be some unironic villain ass shit. I'm not gonna cap to you, man.
only missing one walkie-talkie sitting in his private office. After setting up the bunker, Afton was only missing one more thing: the kids to run these experiments on. He needed a way to kidnap and capture kids without being caught, and he had the perfect way to do it.
Wow, it's sister location.
The show will begin momentarily. Everyone, please stay in your seats.
Enter Circus Baby and the Funtime animatronics. These robots were specifically built by Afton to capture kids.
These were some clean looking animatronics, all things considered though, bro. Like they was very polished.
Featuring Circus Baby, Funtime Freddy, Funtime Foxy, and Ballora. They feature advanced technology such as parental tracking, voice mimicking / luring, and storage tanks. Circus Baby, the star of the group, was even able to make ice cream as a way to lure kids to her. Once the kid got
great, bro. If I'm at a Chuck E. Cheese type place and the animatronic makes ice cream, I'm good, bro. I'm not going to no animatronic that can make fucking ice cream, my nigga. I'm gonna be honest, man.
close, a giant claw
L ads. Okay. Hold on. Let me go ahead and wait for them niggas and shit like those. TikTok niggas gotta restart the live and shit like those because we just got a motherfucking warning and shit. What the fuck? What could possibly give a warning in a FNAF video and shit like those? What could possibly give a warning in a fucking FNAF video and shit though, bro? What the fuck? Okay, let me go while we're waiting. Let me know when niggas is back and shit like those so we can get right back into it, bro. Let's see. Let me just go on come in meantime. Death of Kids. Let me see. Yo, I was thinking, chat, how I want to do my Streamer University shit this year, bro. And shit. Any ideas? Because we're doing Streamer University. We're definitely going to try to apply for Streamer University this year. Is there any ideas on what we should do and shit for our application video? I'm thinking that we're going to go ahead and call Mr. Beast. We're going to call Jimmy. We're going to jump out of an airplane and shit like those. And then the airplane is going to be like Blue Ride for Streamer University and shit. What do y'all think? Yes or no? Thoughts? Hazing Ritual. A good idea. A Twerkathon. So bagels, good idea. You gotta clip from the whole month prior. I don't know when the application's coming out, but I would think this is the whole month prior. Honestly though, bro. Please be serious. Trust me, there's nobody who like, especially after last year, my nigga, I'm definitely being serious on it, bro. You gotta talk the Miles method. But I'm gonna make it funny though. That's the thing though. The thing about being the creator is being creative and making it funny. I'm definitely still gonna make it funny though. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's gonna be an application. Okay, let me see something now. Did Elon take down the comm yet? Still no? Yeah, why did this nigga... Did Elon just deadass lie to us, bro? Like, he just made it seem like the comm was gonna be gone and it's still not gone yet, bro? What the fuck, bro? He lying? Why did he do?
I can feel it coming out.
What the fuck was that though? Elon lines every day. What is coming out? I couldn't even tell y'all though. I'm back. Okay, is everybody back? Give me a one if we ready to go back. Give me a one if we ready to go back, man. Give me a one if we ready to go back. What the fuck was that, bro? I'm like, oh, I'm low key hungry too, nigga. How the fuck are you even responding if you heard that and shit like those? Okay, we're going back. Oh, nigga said he got 40 seconds though, bro. Okay, back. We gonna go ahead and wait 40 seconds for you though, bro. I got you, bro. About to be on the moon while watching VODs, son. Is this Electro's burner? What the fuck is this? It says this is a moon shroom, blue raspberry, 1,000 milligram per gummy. All right, like what the fuck? Are you like living and shit? This nigga going to be on the moon. What we're going to be talking about? I wanna go to the moon. This nigga gonna be motherfucking making sped noises, bro. Whole time he gonna be singing musicals in his head, and when in real life, nigga gonna be talking about some like, bro, you gonna be dead, honestly. All right, now I assume everybody's back, so let's go back on the timeline. We're at 21:30. Let's go.
To make ice splash luring and storage tanks. Circus Baby, the star of the group, was even able to make ice cream as a way to lure kids to her. Once the kid got too close, a giant claw would reach out, grab them, and lock them in the animatronics storage tank. Some of the board members from Fazbear Entertainment were suspicious of these new animatronics.
She can dance. She can sing.
Nobody noticed anything suspicious, bro. They were suspicious of it, but nobody noticed directly what was going on.
She's equipped with a built-in helium tank for inflating balloons right at her fingertips. She can take song requests. She can even dispense ice cream.
With all due respect, those aren't the design choices we were curious about, Mr. Afton.
Afton even created a new restaurant for these animatronics called Circus Baby's Pizza World. Elizabeth, William Afton's daughter, was fascinated by Circus Baby. All she wanted to do was play with her, but Afton wouldn't let her.
Daddy, why won't you let me play with her? You let the other children.
You're not trying to lose another child, bro.
Why won't you let me go?
He strictly told her to stay away from the animatronic, but one day, she didn't listen. On the opening day of Circus Baby's Pizza World, another domino would fall in Afton's life, and Elizabeth would soon be the victim of his terrible misdeeds.
That minigame also is one of the most annoying minigames I think I've ever played in my life, but again, it really, he's, again, just consistently throughout the series, just a worse and worse and worse father. You can't even blame that on anybody but yourself. You literally gotta blame that on yourself, bro.
I can do something special. Did you know that? I can make ice cream, although I only did it once. What a wonderful day, though. I was in a small room with balloons and a few tables. I would always count the children. I'm not sure why. They usually played together in groups of 2 or 3. There were 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. Time to play.
Oh, man. This is actually so, creepy as hell, bro.
Ice cream.
Man. So that would only happen if you got close to him, because you said there were 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. So none of the children ever got close enough for that to happen, and is that why that happened right there? Because we smoking on Emily. Close and alone. So it only happens, you have to be close and alone. Okay, damn. So there was never any other chance or any other time where a child was alone with Circus Baby.
Something happened when there was 1. I was no longer myself. There was screaming for a moment, but only for a moment.
In an instant, Elizabeth was grabbed by Circus Baby and thrown into her stomach hatch. The sheer force of her being grabbed and thrown into the robot's storage tank was enough to kill her almost instantly. This is something that William wasn't able to test. That was until his daughter became the test. William Afton now lost another one of his kids, but this time it was all his fault. After just one—
I mean, technically both are your fault and shit, you know, even though I said fuck Michael earlier, bro, like, you're just terrible.
One day of being open, Circus Baby's Pizza World was shut down. Afton covered up the incident by telling the public that the restaurant shut down due to gas leaks. But not everyone bought that story. The local newspaper wrote about the incident, saying, in other news, the grand opening of Circus Baby's Pizza World has apparently been canceled due to reported gas leaks in the building. Sources close to the establishment questioned the report, saying that strange activity around the area at night suggests something else is to blame. One local is quoted as saying, everything just stopped. There was so much excitement built around this place opening, and then they just stopped talking about it. A tenant from across the street claims to have witnessed a large group of cars surrounding the building during the night, and large pieces of equipment being taken out of the building under tarps. A few weeks later, the building was for sale. There is no comment yet from the local entrepreneur who financed the venture. That local entrepreneur, William Afton, successfully covered up everything. He was able to bring Circus Baby and the Funtime animatronics back down into his bunker, but once he got them—
Bro, getting away with Trump level propaganda, bro. What the fuck? Like, how's he, like, he just get away with everything, man?
There, he noticed something was different about Circus Baby.
One
distinct feature
it's even funnier than 20th time try.
about Circus Baby was her blue eyes. But what once was blue eyes now were green, the same color as Elizabeth's. In that moment, he knew that his daughter's soul attached itself to the robot. Her soul lived on in Circus Baby. Afton knew that the way Charlie went on to possess the puppet was sloppy, and it was hard to recreate without getting caught. But what if the kids' bodies were hidden where no one would ever look? What if, just like his daughter, their bodies were stuffed into the animatronics? For Afton, Elizabeth's death quickly went from just another inconvenience to—
hey, so my children are dying and everything like that, so maybe I should just stop being weird and move on with my life in a different venture that doesn't harm other people and shit like that. That's what the nigga should have thought. I think that's what a lot of people would think in this situation, though, and shit like those. But this nigga doubled down, bro. He actually like tripled, like he quadrupled down after this. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
A scientific— For Afton, Elizabeth's death quickly went from just another inconvenience to a scientific breakthrough. Afton was one step closer to harnessing the power of life itself. But one successful experiment wasn't enough. Just like the fear experiments he built in the bunker, he needed to replicate exactly what happened. He needed to recreate the accident, and he knew exactly how he was going to do it. Using the—
So he's worse than Shao Tucker from Full Metal Alchemist. Shao Tucker gets a bad rep for being a terrible father, which he is and shit, but this nigga's already worse. Like at this point in time in the story, he's worse than Shao Tucker.
The Funtime animatronics again wasn't an option. Circus Baby's Pizza World was shut down, and the public was already getting too suspicious of the animatronics. But he didn't need the Funtime animatronics. He was going to run the experiment himself. On June 26, 1985, William Afton made his way to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. There, he would put on the old Spring Bonnie suit from Fredbear's to lure 5 kids into the back room.
Took a swim with my new friend. Didn't care, I jumped right.
My headphones just died. Bro, where are the parents at? Freaky ass animatronic. I see animatronics talking about, hey, come here, kid. Come here, yeah. You want some fucking pizza? Yeah, come here, just follow me. Just follow me. I'm back here. Bro, freaky ass nigga, bro. Freaky ass motherfucker, bro. But okay, look. Realistically, right? And I know this is a game, right? But in a realistic situation, wouldn't anybody like who knows about how the spring locks operate and the suit operates, wouldn't everybody be scared to do it? Because in a suit you would sweat, right? So wouldn't the chance of you dying be so high in that suit that anybody would be scared to like wear? Why would he wear the suit knowing that the suit can kill him if he comes into contact with any water and shit? Who would ever do that?
Hello.
William is weird.
Looking for a friend?
Ugly ass suit.
the water.
Nigga ain't care.
Come swim with me.
Desperation, maybe. Yeah, bro, probably desperate. Damn. Hell no, bro. Where is they parents at?
One by one,
that was a
Afton
crazy
killed
animation.
them and stuffed their bodies into the animatronics. Susie was first, being stuffed into Chica. Gabriel went into Freddy, Jeremy into Bonnie, Fritz into Foxy, and then there was Cassidy, who went into Fredbear.
Nigga, was Fritz a track star and shit like those? Fritz must have been the top one Freddy Fazbear motherfucking 400 sprint runner, my nigga. How did he do those? How is he moving so fast and shit? What type of occupation was he into when he's a kid? But what type of sports was he playing before he died, bruh?
AK into Bonnie, Fritz into Foxy, and then there was Cassidy, who went into Fredbear, aka Golden Freddy. At this point, Afton had no idea that the crying child spirit was in Golden Freddy, so he didn't think twice about shoving Cassidy in there. The way Afton killed Cassidy, though, was different from the rest. Freddy, Bonnie...
Wait, so there's two souls in there. Essentially, so Golden Freddy is essentially Fredbear, right? And then the crying child, which is William Afton's son, is in Golden Freddy. And because William Afton stuffed another child, there's two souls in one suit. That's what it is. Yes. Okay.
Chica and Foxy were just regular animatronics, though was different from the rest. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy.
There's a theory. There's a theory. The behavior of the animatronics are based on how they died, but it's not confirmed. Just a popularly accepted headcanon. Interesting.
We're just regular animatronics. Afton had no choice but to kill them, then stuff them into the suits. But Golden Freddy wasn't just a regular animatronic, it was a Springlock suit. The same Springlock suit that took his youngest son's life. Afton was aware of how dangerous the Springlocks were. Any bit of moisture or too much movement would cause them to snap shut, slowly killing whoever was inside. So that's exactly what he did to Cassidy. He put him into the suit and watched as the Springlocks snapped shut, cementing Cassidy's death as the most brutal of them all. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, and Golden Freddy weren't the only...
Y'all think Scott Cawthon knew all this beforehand and shit? Like when he was making Golden Freddy like this random yellow bear in the first game, that he knew that it was going to come to this and shit? No, he didn't. Oh, there's no way he knew all this. Like it just had to kind of work out this way though. He was just making shit. Yo, he's actually very... like lucky that the community was so willing to make theories because they were so hungry for information. Like he probably seen some shit one day like, damn shit, I ain't even think of that. Oh shit. Yo shit, that sound good. Damn Pat, that sound pretty good. Nigga wrote the game for me and shit like those, right?
Only animatronics sitting in the back room of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza though. They were joined by the security puppet, which contained the soul of Henry's daughter Charlie. Once they were joined by the security puppet, which contained the soul of Henry's daughter Charlie. Once Afton was gone, Charlie jumped into action, almost acting as a guide for their souls, properly giving them life inside of each animatronic. After the incident, the kids were quickly reported missing by their families, and although the security cameras caught Afton luring the kids away, he wasn't able to fully get in trouble. Since he was wearing the Spring Bonnie suit, they were never able to prove it was actually him. Afton also hid the kids' bodies where no one would ever look, so the bodies were never found. Unbelievably, Afton was able to get away.
Wait, but they got cameras in there. Wouldn't like the police just be able to go inside and look at the cameras and shit? I mean, he could just wipe the cameras beforehand and shit like that. I don't know if I'm thinking too deep on it, but how the fuck did he get away from this?
With so the bodies were never found. Unbelievably, Afton was able to get away with yet another crime because of all the bad press that came from the missing.
But it's like still, bro. And again, I know this was set like a while ago, but bro, if I am just like, wouldn't you look at every single nigga who works there? If 5 kids end up missing and shit like that, wouldn't you look at every single person that works there and shit? But I guess they can't have definitive proof that he did it and shit, but it's just like, damn, like I feel like there was a way for this to get deaded out right here, but there'll be no game if it was like that, bro. The back room didn't have cams. Oh, okay. It was hidden, and also it was in the 80s. Interesting, bro.
People stopped coming to the pizzeria. After months of customers no longer showing up, Fazbear Entertainment officially shut down Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Shortly after the pizzeria shut down, Afton decided to pull the Funtime animatronics out of retirement and finally get his underground facility fully operational. He knew he couldn't try opening another Circus Babies restaurant, so he had a new idea.
Due to the massive success and even
Bro
more
had
so the unfortunate...
This nigga must have been a millionaire. I know he said he had money, bro, but he must have had money to keep like failing like this and have all this controversy. Bro has more controversy than Logan Paul and was able to move like these.
Closing of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, it was clear that the stage was set, no pun intended, for another contender in children's entertainment. Unlike most entertainment venues, our robotic entertainers are rented out for private parties during the day.
Afton opened Circus Babies Entertainment and Rental. This way, he could rent out the Funtime animatronics to local birthday parties, capture kids, and bring them back to his underground bunker to be experimented on. While Afton was running his rental business, Fazbear Entertainment was determined to try opening...
Okay, another question. During this time that he's like doing his rental service, say he rents it out to me, right? And I like want Circus Baby. Isn't the child still in there? Like the Elizabeth child? Is Elizabeth still in like physically in the animatronic and shit? So like nobody smells what's that smell? Fried oyster skins. Like nobody smelled a motherfucking carcass within that like suit or nothing like those, bro. It's just the soul. Oh, not physically, just the spirit and shit like those. Oh, okay. They were designed to prevent the smell and shit. What the fuck, bro? Somebody smell like shit. Like what the fuck, bro?
Afton was running his rental business back to his underground bunker to be
that would have been weird too because she's possessed at the time, but
experimented on. While Afton was running his rental business, Fazbear Entertainment was determined to try opening another pizzeria. In the summer of 1987, Fazbear Entertainment opened the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, this time with brand new versions of their original characters. These were called the Toy Animatronics.
Man, Toy Bonnie the drippiest nigga in the entire motherfucking series. I'm gonna be honest with you though, bro. You know, Toy Chica fire too, I ain't gonna lie. You're cool. But
they were once again built for original characters. These were called the Toy Animatronics, and they were once again built by Henry.
Nigga said Chica, what fuck you mean? Ooh shit, nigga. Yo, the amount of people that was infatuated with Toy Chica needs to be motherfucking studied, bro. Dead ass serious. And then she bad as hell, nigga. Throwback to that Blasphemous HD clip and shit. That Blasphemous HD definitely had to stroke his shit to Chica at least one time, right?
What happened? The Toy Animatronics, and they were once again built by Henry. Henry was aware of what happened in 1985, and especially of what happened to his daughter. So he was determined to make sure that never happened again. These new toy animatronics were equipped with facial recognition systems that were linked directly to a criminal database. The security puppet was also brought out of retirement, but instead of working security, it sat quietly in the prize corner. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Golden Freddy, and Spring Bonnie were also moved to the new pizzeria, and it's revealed that these animatronics were mostly used for spare parts.
By now, I'm sure you've noticed the older models sitting in the back room. Those are from the previous location, and we just use them for parts now. The idea at first was to repair them, but they were just so ugly, you know?
Damn, they was ugly.
This means that the haunted metal of the original Freddy's animatronics was now being put into the toy animatronics, causing the toys to also now be possessed.
So wait, hold on, go back.
This means that the haunted metal of the original Freddy's animatronics was now being put into the toy animatronics, causing the toys to also now be possessed.
Okay, I'm confused. So because they used the spare parts to make these new animatronics, so the soul transferred over to the new animatronics and stuff. The shit spread. No, yes. The video's a little wrong here. Not the souls, but the agony. This is wrong. So this part might not be correct. No, bro said it wrong. The body's mixed. Well, hold on. Let me see what niggas is talking about. The soul possesses the whole animatronic. If you take pieces from it and put it into a new one, now the soul possesses the other one. Okay, hold on. This is a highly debated. Okay, so this isn't 100. This part isn't 100%. Like it's like it's debated. So evolution might have been a diff murderer. Interesting.
After Afton got away with the first set of murders, he needed to see if the kids' spirits were possessing the animatronics. In order to see for himself, Afton went back to work at the new pizzeria as a daytime security guard. While Afton was working the day shift, Jeremy Fitzgerald was working the night shift. Jeremy worked there for 5 nights, and unfortunately for him, because the kids possessing the animatronics were killed by an adult, they were extremely aggressive to any adult they encountered.
Okay, who the fuck is Balloon Boy then? Like that accounts for them in the old animatronics. Who the fuck is Balloon Boy? Like who is he, bro? 5 nights. He's just a robot, so he's just there laughing and shit random. Can y'all punk the fuck out Balloon Boy, bro? The fuck, bro?
For 5 nights, and unfortunately for him, because the kids possessing the animatronics were killed by an adult, they were extremely aggressive to any adult they encountered.
They interact with the kids just fine, but when they encounter an adult, they just stare.
Meanwhile, Afton decided to pull the same trick he did at the old Freddy's location, gaining 5 more victims.
Someone used one of the suits. We had a spare in the back, a yellow one. Someone used it.
Afton used the Spring Bonnie suit to pull the same stunt again.
Like, bro, there's no way he did it again and nobody knew. Like, somebody had to have known, bro.
On 5 more kids. But as he was committing the murders, Charlie from inside the puppet was actively trying to save the kids. She tried enlisting the help of the other animatronics, but it was too late. Afton had already finished what he started. Not only that, him seeing the puppet and Freddy walking around the pizzeria trying to stop him was all the proof he needed that his experiments were successful. The kids he put into the original suits were haunting the animatronics. But there was one problem. Afton knew that the haunted metal of the endoskeletons was the key to everything, but the animatronics were trapped at the pizzeria. There was no way he could bring them back to his underground bunker. He couldn't get to the animatronics if the pizzeria was still open and active, so he needed to find a way to make sure the pizzeria shuts down and fast. Instead of stuffing the new set of victims into the toy animatronics, he decided to leave the kids out in plain sight.
What the fuck? Yo, this was a very sick nigga. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. He literally just left bodies, right? Like, y'all are not telling me that. Y'all keep being like, it's the 80s, bro. Was people sped in the 80s, my nigga? Because what those, like, bro just got away with so much, right?
Scattered throughout the pizzeria. This was a guaranteed way to get the pizzeria
just
shut
realized,
down.
I mean, I know
a few
he's sick,
hours
but, like,
after
he's really
Afton
sick.
committed the murders, Jeremy Fitzgerald showed up for his night shift, unaware of what happened that day.
Hello. What on earth are you doing there? Didn't you get the memo? The place is closed down, at least for a while. Listen, just finish your shift. It's safer than trying to leave in the middle of the night. We have one
Man, they like me leaving in the middle of the night. That's just me, bro.
more event scheduled for tomorrow, a birthday. You'll be on day shift. Wear your uniform. Stay close to the animatronics and make sure they don't hurt anyone, okay?
The next day, during Jeremy's day shift, one of the animatronics bit him in the head. This was infamously known as the bite of 87. Meanwhile, Afton successfully got the pizzeria shut down.
Okay, but is it still being debated to this day? Cause I remember, bro, for years that is like who did it, and niggas thought it was Mango, but people was like it couldn't be Mango because of this. So it's probably this person, So who actually bit the nigga though? Does anybody know? Sheikah or Mango? So no, to this day, nobody knows who bit it. That was like one of the first mysteries of the entire game. What was the bite of 87 and who caused that shit though, bro? It was Scary Rye. It was Mango. Mango probably. Mango most likely.
The local bite of 87. Meanwhile, Afton successfully got the pizzeria shut down. The local newspaper wrote about the incident, saying after being open only a few short weeks, Freddy—
Damn, nigga, wait, so the guard, so the guy we play as in FNAF 2 got bit and shit like that? Like he's the bite of 87 victim. Yeah. Damn, that nigga life sucked. Bro, imagine spending motherfucking 5 nights at one of the worst jobs of all time where animatronics are trying to kill you and shit like that. And then you actually even go to an extra shift and niggas like, yo, what the fuck are you doing there, bro? You're not supposed to be there, bro. Hey, you got work tomorrow too, though, bro. Make sure you come in and make sure you close by the animatronics and shit. And then you motherfucking get your whole frontal lobe bitten off and shit. That's tough.
Fazbear's newspaper wrote about the incident, saying after being—
How much the niggas get paid?
Successfully got the pizzeria shut down. The local newspaper wrote about—
Hey, fuck. Shit, nigga, fuck. Damn, bro. Hey, was it worth it though, bro? Was it worth it? I understand it's the 80s and shit. Fuck, bro. Damn, bro. Shit, man. Like, niggas was taking taking the chance for that 2010, bro. Holy shit, gang.
About the incident. While Afton successfully got the pizzeria
That's
shut
overtime
down.
too.
The local newspaper wrote about the incident, saying after being open only a few short weeks, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza is closing its doors. The new animatronics will be scrapped due to possible malfunctions. However, the original characters are being kept in hopes of a possible reorganization of the company. Since the toy animatronics were now being scrapped, he knew he could get away with taking their endoskeletons. But he also knew that he couldn't risk showing his face at the pizzeria again, so he got his oldest son Michael to do the work for him. William was easily able to get
Michael, you still a bot, bro.
Michael to do whatever he wanted. William was abusive and manipulative, while Michael was haunted by the guilt of what he did to his younger brother. Because of this, Michael basically acted as William's puppet. Michael showed up for the night shift at the now closed Freddy Fazbear's Pizza under a code name, Fritz Smith. At the end of his shift, he would successfully steal the toy animatronics endoskeleton.
Oh, so he's the nigga. It says night 6 on
Fritz Smith. At the end of his shift, he would
on night 6. He's the nigga on night 6.
Steal the toy animatronics endoskeletons for his father, causing him to get fired his first day on the job due to tampering with the animatronics. As it said in the local newspaper, while Fazbear Entertainment...
Let me see. Tampering with the animatronics odor. The nigga stink? What the fuck? Bro musty as shit?
Tampering with the animatronics. As it said in the local newspaper, while Fazbear Entertainment scrapped the toy animatronics, the original Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy were going to be fixed up and reused. And that's exactly what
I'm really thinking about it, bro. Imagine a nigga fire you, bro. You're like, yeah, nigga, the reason you got fired is, bro, you dead ass musty as shit. Like you say, you actually smell like camel dick, bullshit, pig intestines. Like that's kind of, I'd be mad as shit somebody fired me because I stink, bro.
After the 1987 Freddy's location shut down, they opened yet another location, this time using the exact same building as the first Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. As you can imagine, this didn't work out great for the business. People already had a bad impression of Fazbear Entertainment, so using the same building that the original murders took place in didn't help business. Customers barely showed up to the new pizzeria, leading it to shut down by the end of 1993. Although this was bad news for Fazbear Entertainment, this was great news for William Afton. Afton was able to acquire the endos of the toy animatronics, but that wasn't enough. He needed all of the haunted endoskeletons, especially the ones in the original animatronics. Once the pizzeria shut down, Afton came up with a plan to steal the endos from the animatronics. Each pizzeria was designed with something called a safe room.
As always, if there is ever an emergency, please go to the designated safe room. Every location is built with one extra room that is not included in the digital map layouts programmed into the animatronics or security system. This room is hidden to customers, invisible to animatronics, and is always off camera.
This room was hidden from guests.
Not fucking suspicious at all, bro. A room that is off camera, that can't be seen, bro. Only certain people know about, bro.
And invisible to the animatronics. Afton would use this to his advantage, luring each of the animatronics to the safe room and dismantling them one by one. The kids possessing these animatronics were the same kids he lured into the back room all those years ago. He planned to use the same trick to lure the same kids all over again.
What y'all niggas know about that? Follow me, then you'll see. What y'all niggas know about that? Y'all don't know. Y'all don't even know where that's from, right? What the fuck, man? Still got my playlist, It's crazy. Oh shit, is that Aura?
Once he finished dismantling each animatronic and stealing...
But how did he dismantle them though and shit like that, bro? So are the animatronics not William Afton level and shit? How was he like? How did he dismantle them while they were moving and shit like that? Axe. So these niggas is axe level. So honestly, if I work at Freddy's Fazbear's Pizzeria, if I have an axe, then them niggas is cooked and shit. Speed blitz, no diff.
Once he finished dismantling each animatronic and stealing their endoskeleton, he brought them down to his underground bunker, where he would melt them all down into one liquid substance called Remnant. Not only did Afton rob these kids of their lives, he would use their...
I don't know too much about this Remnant shit, but I know that like a lot of people in the FNAF community don't fuck with this concept.
Souls long after Remnant. Not only did Afton rob these kids of their lives, he would use their souls long after they're gone for his own personal gain.
Damn, bro. Yeah, William Afton definitely going down there with Epstein. I'm not gonna lie to you though, bro. He definitely going to the depths, bro, after this. Yo, you know what I just thought about? When this nigga died, bro, y'all know that one meme when it says, when a motherfucker's going to heaven and it says, nigga, ain't you blank and shit? Nigga, ain't you William Afton? Like when bro try to get into heaven, bro, don't even try to go up there, bro. Don't even try to go up there, bro.
By melting down the endos, he successfully created Remnant. This substance, containing the spirits of all of the missing children, was silver in color, and if kept at the right temperature, was malleable. Afton didn't want to risk testing the Remnant on himself, so he injected it into the Funtime animatronics. Once he did, the animatronics jumped to life. The experiment had worked. Wow. William Afton unlocked the power of life itself. After his successful experiment...
So the Funtime animatronics aren't, like, technically... a specific soul of anybody. They're just like remnant. Like they're like the remnant caused them to turn alive. Like not turn alive, but become alive and shit like those. Not like a specific soul and shit. No, it's just metal. It's just, yes, it's just life. So it's just life itself. It can give niggas life and shit.
Went back to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza to collect his old Spring Bonnie suit, but once he got there, he was met with the spirits of the 5 missing children, trapping him inside the safe room. Cassidy, the spirit inside Golden Freddy, chased Afton around the room and forced him to get into the Spring Bonnie suit. Cassidy was the most vengeful spirit of them all. Being spring-locked in the Fredbear suit was a painful and slow death, and he wanted to make sure that Afton knew what that felt like. At this point, Afton...
was like, the puppet scares me. He's always thinking and shit. Yeah, the motherfucker been waiting on this get back for decades, my nigga.
Knew how a spirit could live on as long as he was inside.
WPAC, 3-minute ads. Okay, well for just this FNAF video and shit like those, you know what I'm saying? Usually I'd be like sub up and shit like those, but just for this FNAF video and shit, we'll go ahead and let's go ahead and motherfucking wait and shit like those. Hold on, let me see. Can I get let me just get this real quick. Like, let me get a song that I know all of y'all like real quick. All right, let's go. It's because I'm gonna start calling Wingstop mid-stop, nigga. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's not as good as niggas think it is, bro. Like, it's not bad and shit. Like, I could fuck with it, bro. But it's like people dead ass. Like, especially, bro, I just don't understand why anybody would get Wingstop in fucking Atlanta, bro. Like, it was as much food there is to get around here, bro. That shit, like, it's not that good, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Wingstop, been mid, Long John Silver, nigga, you hate everything. I really don't, but it's just like the shit's overrated, my nigga. Lemon pepper wings, bro. Wingstop is not even top 10 lemon pepper wings in fucking anywhere, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's no way, bro. There's no way. Never had it. Is it good? I mean, it's chicken. It's solid chicken. White Cat. Whoa. Relax. Just relax, bro. Relax, bro.
Smoking on gelato, foreign car, swerving pothole. Bad bitch, she from Chicago. She freaky.
Relax a little bit, gang. Just you know, don't get too lawnmower spicy. Well, get White Castle. This is why Home Depot wings better, bro. I might get Papa John's, bro. It's been a while since I had Papa John's. Maybe I get Papa John's and get the meats. Is that crazy eats? Is that crazy eats to get the meats? Is that crazy eats though, bro? Firehouse subs, Papa Mids, meats, Burger Boy. Get Little Caesars, Arby's triple pounder slaughter. He's real 25. Dada, I'm hungry too, nigga. I'm not gonna hold. Instead of me giving you 25 and shit, you down for Arby's, my nigga? I got you, bro. I sent some Arby's your way. You want the double chitlin cheddar and shit like those? Let me go ahead and make this order before the shit gets the shit. Oh, what the fuck? I thought I seen a rat in my room, bro. I almost actually fucking just said a slur on stream. I can't hold you, bro. Hold on, man. Yeah, I'm gonna just get Papa John's. I ain't gonna lie. Auto's Home Seafood. Okay, this is the option, right? We can either get the seafood boil from Home Depot. We can go ahead and get the chicken wing from Lowe's. We can get the frozen yogurt from AutoZone. Or we can go ahead and get the pan pizza from... What the fuck is this at? It says the pan pizza from Safeway, actually. Wow. Not too bad. I ain't gonna catch you. Might go fuck with those, bro. Who's he saying we? Dollar Tree oysters. All them giving you unknown diseases. Nah, this might be solid. Okay, back. Are we back? Panda Express open. Nah, I don't think I've had Panda Express in a minute. That honey walnut shrimp did hit though. I ain't gonna lie to you though, bro. That honey walnut did hit though, bro. We back. All right, back. Let's go back to it, bro. This is what I was gonna say. I just hit my nuts with my phone. Where were we at? I forgot what I was about to say. I was saying that low key, I used to feel bad for this nigga, bro. I used to feel bad for this nigga. Why at the time I didn't know him. I knew him as Purple Guy, but I used to feel bad for this nigga, bro, and shit like that. Nigga got stuck in a fucking suit and it was in a suit for years, bro. Just years and years, just bleeding out and shit like that constantly. But it's like once knowing more of the lore and across the years, this isn't the first time I've heard some of this, but across the years, you just really understand that this nigga was just fucked up, bro. This nigga was fucked up and complete. Nigga, he killed kids. Okay, obviously we know that now, my nigga. I'm not saying that the nigga, y'all know that Homelander mean? Nigga, good guy, William Afton and shit like that. William Afton didn't do nothing wrong and shit like those. Nah, but like really after just seeing all this, you know the nigga deserved it, bro. You know the nigga definitely deserved it though, bro. I'm not gonna catch you, bro.
Inside the suit.
Homelander actually was a decent guy. Homelander actually didn't do nothing wrong though, bro. I really feel bad for how Homelander went out and shit like that. Like, just a good all around good American who was just taken down by Starlighters.
And slow death. And he wanted to make sure that Afton knew what that felt like. At this point, Afton knew how a spirit could live on. As long as he was inside the suit, he knew he'd be back.
Stupid ass nigga. Okay, wait. So did he get in the suit knowing that he was gonna get spring locked and shit? Or was it just kind of like, oh shit, I'm spring locked, fuck, I'm dead and shit? Yeah, so no. So he did it out of fear. And shit. That's actually fucking hilarious. So he didn't know that was gonna happen to him and shit. I was about to say, if he really realistically was just like, yeah, I know this shit's gonna kill me, but fuck it, let it kill me because I'm gonna come back anyway and shit, that would kind of be like, not to say that he's sane, but that would actually like be like top 10 child left behind moments. But I mean, he did come back, but it's just like, damn, nigga, that ass serious.
As Afton laughed, the spring locks snapped shut, forcing him to go through what Cassidy went through. This was an act of revenge by Cassidy, and it wouldn't be the last. Afton was now confined to the safe room of the now shut down Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, and because of this, everything in his underground bunker was left abandoned. But even with Afton gone, the rental business continued on its own. All of the Funtime animatronics containing the spirits of the missing children and even his daughter Elizabeth were still being rented out during the day and then brought right back down to the bunker. All the spirits wanted to do was escape, but they were always put back underground. After Afton went missing, his eldest son Michael—
Damn, none of the motherfucking spirits came out and say, yo, there's a crazy purple nigga who is motherfucking putting us and controlling us and putting us in his underground bunker, and he motherfucking goddamn killed a lot of children, and then he motherfucking goddamn melted a bunch of animatronics together, and then used this this fluid called remnant, and then like none of them snitched, none of them going snitch and shit at all and shit. Like if I rented and shit below her and shit, she not going snitch and shit type shit.
Helping his—
So that theory about Ballora being Afton's wife, that's not true. That was just like a theory and shit like those. I remember that theory from a long time ago. That was just a theory and shit like those, bro. Yeah, FNAF 3 took place in 2023. Theory 3, yes, pretty much.
Father underground. After Afton went missing, his eldest son Michael, who's been blindly helping his father, remembered what his father told him if he ever went missing. If William wasn't there to finish his work, Michael would do it for him. Afton's underground facility was always off limits to Michael, but since he was now gone, Michael had no choice. He took the elevator down to where his father worked every day. Although Michael was helping out his father by stealing some of the endos from the animatronics back in the day, he never exactly knew what William was doing until he got down into the bunker.
And he's who we play as in Sister Location.
Over the several days he visited the bunker, he learned more about what his father was up to. He learned about the massive facility his father built, complete with multiple rooms conducting fear experiments. He learned the truth behind the Funtime animatronics and how they were actually designed to kidnap kids. And he learned through the voice of Baby exactly how his sister died.
A little girl, standing by herself. My stomach opened, and there was ice cream. I couldn't move, at least not until she stepped closer.
But as the week went on, Baby was conducting a plan of her own. A plan to escape the bunker using Michael's body. Elizabeth was—
So all these niggas made this plan to go ahead and get this grand escape, but couldn't make this plan to either escape when they got rented out or snitch when they was rented out and shit. Not that I don't think many people would believe a robot snitching and shit like that, saying that this man is doing this to us and shit like those, and you're a robot and shit. But like, so this is the plan that they came up with and shit. Damn, tight shit. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I actually feel bad for this nigga Michael. If you had to go through night 4 and shit, and Michael, you're the main character of Sister Location, I pray for you. That night was fucking terrible. That night was probably one of the worst things I've ever had to play in my life. I actually wanted to like delete everything off my motherfucking computer. If he had to go through that, I feel bad, bro.
No longer the person a plan to escape the bunker using Michael's body. Elizabeth was no longer the person Michael remembered her as. She was entirely devoted to her father and would do anything to make him proud of her. At the end of the week, all of the Funtime animatronics endos were scooped out, with all of them combining into one animatronic called Ennard. This—
Fuck Ennard, 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 fuck Ennard. Yeah, my editor is gonna kill me, bro.
Creature containing the spirits of the missing kids and Elizabeth knew they wouldn't be able to escape the bunker looking like an animatronic. They needed a human body to walk around in.
You are in the scooping room now. Funtime Foxy has already been here today. Funtime Freddy has already been here today. Ballora has already been here today. Circus Baby has already been here today. I've been out before, but they always put me back.
The fact that Ennard could use the voice, and on that night he was always using Baby's voice and other voices, that shit was just creepy as fuck, bro.
They always put us back inside. There's nowhere for us to hide here. There is nowhere to go when we look like this. But if
we look like you,
then we could hide. If we looked like you, then we would have somewhere to go. The scooper only hurts for a moment.
Is it okay? Wait, hold on. Okay, and correct me if I'm wrong. Is Michael special and shit like those? Like, is he like sped or something like those? Because why did was he forced to be in the scoop room and shit like that? Like, because I remember during the game the niggas like stood there for like a while beforehand, so he got trapped. Man, nigga, fuck this nigga Michael, bro. Nigga, if I'm in that motherfucking scuba room, my nigga, you think he keep me in that motherfucking scuba room and shit like that, my nigga? What the fuck? Nigga, I'm gonna get trapped in that motherfucking scuba room. I'm gonna stand there like, damn. Well, that's it. Like, what the fuck, nigga? He did it for the plot. Nigga, you played the game. Michael gonna stand there in that scooping room and shit like that, though, bro. And nigga like me, if I end up in that situation, bro, I'm not gonna be in that situation, bro. That's just me, though, bro. Speaking nonsense. What you gonna do without leaving? I don't know, but I'm handling that shit, though, bro. Instead of turning into a fucking Baskin Robbins double scoop with fucking sprinkles on top. What can that nigga talk about, though, bro? Come on, bro. These niggas are axe level. We know that now. They are crowbar level. At this point in time, now that I know the lore, I know that they're crowbar level and shit like that. So that's all I need to know, bro.
The scooper only hurts for a moment.
Not these ones? That sucks.
Michael Afton's insides got
bro's life was terrible.
Replaced by Ennard.
No, his life in particular was terrible, bro.
All of the souls to escape the facility. With every passing day after this happened, Michael looked more and more like a walking zombie.
Bro.
His skin was starting to turn purple, and people started to notice. Michael's body was no longer a good disguise for Ennard, so Ennard ejected itself from Michael. But because the scooper—
Is this before or is this before FNAF 2, chat, or after?
Was also a remnant injector.
After?
When Michael Afton was scooped, he was also injected with remnant. The remnant made it so even after Ennard was gone, he was still able to survive. With Michael now back in full control of his body, he had a new mission. Although he did, one way or another, successfully free his sister from the underground facility, he also learned about all of his father's terrible misdeeds. His loyalty to his father turned to disgust. It was time for him to—
So why the fuck the nigga stink then? Cause like if FNAF 2 happened beforehand, it would make sense why the nigga stinks. So was bro just musty and shit? So, like bro was in prime condition. So the actual Lord bro just stink. Bro just smell like shit, bro. In this theory, after I prefer before. So okay, so in this timeline, in this specific timeline and shit like that, these events happen after the FNAF 2, but there's like a timeline where it happens beforehand. Either way, the nigga stink. I ain't gonna. You smell like bullshit, bro.
End misdeeds. His loyalty to his
father
was
depressed,
turned
bro.
to disgust. It was time for him to end all of this.
Father, it's me, Michael. I did it. I found it. It was right where you said it would be. They were all there. They didn't recognize me at first.
The UK?
They thought I was you. And I found her. I put her back together, just like you asked me to. She's free now. But something is wrong with me. I should be dead, but I'm not. I've been living in shadows. There is only one thing left for me to do now. I'm going to come find you. I'm going to come find you.
Was this the first time that like voice acting was actually in these games? Well, no. Well, Sister Location, not regular voice acting and shit like that, because we know like the phone guy was in the first games and shit like those. But Sister Location, was it the first game where there was like voice acting based on like other characters besides the phone nigga? What the fuck? Hold on.
Come find you. I'm going to come find you.
What the fuck? Springtrap was so fucking creepy.
Michael would spend years searching for his father with no luck, until a new ad in the local newspaper caught his attention. Someone decided to open something called Fazbear's Fright, the horror attraction. Local amusement park is getting ready to scare your socks off with a new attraction based on the unsolved mysteries of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Featuring actual relics from the decades-old pizzeria, this new attraction is guaranteed to bring back your childhood in the worst possible way. As if using the crimes of his father to make a profit wasn't bad enough, they also went back to the old pizzerias and collected any objects they could find.
Man, they should have had a detective on fucking scene, bro. Still talking about some of the unsolved mysteries of Freddy Fazbear. Like, the detectives and the police force in that fucking universe suck, bro.
To put on display at the attraction. Michael immediately applied for the job of the security guard with the sole intention of burning the place to the ground. When he got there, he saw the remnants of his past. The shells of all of the animatronics, missing every single one of their endoskeletons. He knew they could only find—
Wait, so Michael Michael went to— so the character in FNAF 3 that we play as is also Michael too?
Shells of the animatronics because he and his father stole their endoskeletons all those years ago, leaving only the shells behind. On day 2 of—
So he's in FNAF 2, FNAF 3, FNAF 4 technically because he shows up in the minigames, and FNAF 5. Fuck, bro, damn. But he's technically the character we play as in FNAF 2 in the 6th night, FNAF 3 in FNAF 5. For right now, for where we're at right now. Damn, this nigga is shit. God damn.
Working at the attraction, he got word that they found a real animatronic.
You're not gonna believe this. We found one.
FNAF 1 as well?
This real animatronic ended up being his father, still inside the Spring Bonnie suit he died in decades ago. Even though his father was now in the building with him, he still decided to go through on his plan, all in an effort to end his father once and for all. Michael then rigged the wiring in the building.
What took bro so long to burn the place down? Like, he's seeing his father on the first night. What took so long for him to just burn the whole shit down, man?
To catch fire, burning the horror attraction to the ground with his father inside.
Prep time type shit. Second night. Oh, spring track comes second night.
The local newspaper would write about the fire, saying a new local attraction based on an ancient pizzeria chain burned down overnight. Authorities have not ruled out foul play, but at the moment it seems to have been caused by faulty wiring. Although the fire destroyed most of everything in the building, William miraculously was able to survive.
It was crazy that people used to really brighten up these images to see if anything was in the back and like figured out that this nigga was still living and shit. And also, the people who made Fazbear's Fright is actually sick as shit. Like, bro, we just opened up this business. We got all this memorabilia. We spent all this money trying to get this shit together, man. And then the shit literally fucking gets burned down in a week. Like, I'd be mad as shit, man.
Wiring.
And it stinks. And the shit musty as hell, bro. And the shit musty as hell. Got two of the stinkiest niggas in the series just walking around the place.
The fire destroyed most of everything in the building. William, miraculously, was able to survive. William was now free, roaming the outside world along with the souls of the missing children, Elizabeth, and Charlie inside the puppet. Since Michael wasn't able to end everything, someone else needed to step in. That someone was Henry Emily. Afton's—
Damn, man, this nigga been going from the story for a minute and shit. Bro, daughter died, bro. He's like, I'm good, bro. Like, bro just disappeared. Bro disappeared and shit like that, man.
Old business partner and father of Charlie heard about the fire at Fazbear's Fright, along with the rumors of the various animatronic creatures now roaming the streets. Henry was determined to put an end to all of this.
It's only now that I understand the depth of the depravity of this creature, this monster that I unwillingly helped to create. As if what he had already done wasn't enough. He found a new way to desecrate, to humiliate, to destroy. As if the suffering wasn't enough. The loss of innocence, the loss of everything to so many people. Small souls trapped in prisons of my making, now set to new purpose, and used in ways I never thought imaginable. He lured them all back to a familiar place, back with familiar tricks. He brought them all together. Are they still aware?
Yeah, that's what's going on.
It keeps me awake at night. I could make myself sleep, but not yet. Not until I undo what he has done and heal this wound. A wound first inflicted on me, but then one that I let bleed out to cause all of this. He set some kind of trap. I don't know what it was, but he led them there again. He overpowered them again. And he robbed them of the only thing that they had again.
Damn.
I don't know how those tiny breaths of life came to inhabit those machines, but they will never find rest now, not like this. I have to call them all back, all of them, together in one place.
By gathering all of the animatronics in one place and...
What the fuck, nigga? Who the fuck is this nigga? Ew, nigga! Is that Afton? Holy shit. Bro, this nigga fell off. I'm not gonna lie. This nigga about ugly as shit. What the fuck? This nigga ugly as hell. What the fuck is that, my nigga? Somebody threw a motherfucking at this nigga. Holy shit, bro. God damn, bro lost all his aura. It's Springtrap though, bro. What the fuck, bro? It's Afton after, what did he say? It's Afton after what? After further regeneration. Ain't look like bro regenerated too much. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Chopped, bro. Did he lose height? Bro lost everything, bro, after the fire. That nigga's, I'm not gonna lie, that nigga's ugly as shit, bro. Bro lost all his aura, bro.
Locking them in the same room, he would be able to burn them.
What the fuck? And this is like the combination of, like, is this entered? Is this entered? And then, okay, wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. Is this entered? Who the fuck is this? So that's baby, but isn't baby in a part of entered and shit? So who the fuck is this? Baby. Well, I see his baby, but like what? Scrap baby. Yes, that's circus baby. But I thought circus baby here. Baby got kicked out. Fuck she get kicked out for though, bro? What the fuck?
All to the animatronics in one place and locking them in the same room, he would be able to burn them all to the ground for good, effectively freeing their spirits in the process. In order to do this, Henry created a new restaurant called Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Place. He knew that the spirits and William couldn't resist coming back to a new location, even if it was all just a trap. Charlie was different though. She was smarter than the rest, so Henry knew she wouldn't be as easily fooled. So he created an animatronic called Lefty, standing for lure, encapsulate, fuse, transport, and extract, specifically to capture the puppet and bring it to the pizzeria. While trying to find someone that would help him carry out his plan, one person showed up for the job, a person who was also determined to finally end all of this, Michael Afton. Day after
shit,
day,
Michael, holy shit. Michael pulled up though, bruh. Nigga probably came up, excuse me, bruh. Nigga, like, Nigga, why do you stink, bro? Why do you smell like shit, bro? Ew, nigga, no, get the fuck out of here, bro. You know you're not helping me, bro. What the fuck, nigga, you stink, bro? What the fuck? Why are you here, bro? Yo, is it canon that this nigga Michael just deadass smells like bullshit consistently, bro? Because this is what I'm going with for the rest of the series.
And also determined to finally end all of this, Michael Afton. Day after day, the animatronics roaming the streets would show up in the alleyway next to the pizzeria.
They said, nigga, why? Bro said, gang, why the fuck are you purple, bro? Why do you smell like shit? What the fuck happened to you? No, get the fuck away from me, ew, bruh. What the fuck? If Henry was of sane mind, bro, he would have said those, right?
Day after day, the animatronics roaming the streets would show up in the alleyway next to the pizzeria. Baby, aka Elizabeth, the souls of the missing children and the crying child, now appearing as Molten Freddy, Charlie and Lefty, and his father, William, all showed up in the back alley. Michael would then collect each animatronic and throw them into a facility under the pizzeria, designed to be a maze with no exit, where the animatronics would roam around without even knowing they're trapped, until the end of the week, where they would all be burned to the ground. With all of the souls, including William himself, now in one place, Henry's plan was in motion. As far as Elizabeth and William were concerned, this was a good thing. All of this remnant now in one place was all that they wanted, until Henry stepped in.
You played right into our hands. Did you really think that this job just fell out of the sky for you? No, this was a gift for us. You gathered them all together in one place, just like he asked you to. All of those little souls in one place, just for us. A gift. Now we can do what we were created to do.
Damn, she's talking her shit.
I will make you proud, Daddy. Watch. Listen.
She was still on William's side after this, bro? Like,
and be full.
Connection terminated. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Elizabeth. If you still even remember that name. But I'm afraid you've been
no, that's... Oh, no.
You are not here to receive a gift. nor have you been called here by the individual you assume, although you have indeed been called. You have all been called here, into a labyrinth of sounds and smells, misdirection, and misfortune. A labyrinth with no exit, a maze with no prize. You don't even realize that you are trapped. Your lust for blood has driven you in endless circles, chasing the cries of children in some unseen chamber, always seeming so near, yet somehow out of reach.
Try this
You will never
aura?
find them. None of you will. This is where your story ends. And to you, my brave volunteer, who somehow found this job listing not intended for you. Although there was a way out planned for you, I have a feeling that's not what you want. I have a feeling that you are right where you want to be. I am remaining as well. I am nearby. This place will not be remembered, and the memory of everything that started this can finally begin to fade away.
So this nigga, everybody's in the fire, including fucking Henry and Michael. They're just in the fire. They're just like, well, shit, nigga, this is what we wanted, bro. Let's just all fucking like die. I hate you, nigga. Let's die. This is I hate you, nigga. Let's die. When it comes to motherfucking Afton, bro.
Everything that this place will not be remembered, and the memory of everything that started this can finally begin to fade away, as the agony of every tragedy should. And to you monsters trapped in the corridors, be still and give up your spirits. They don't belong to you. For most of you, I believe there is peace and perhaps more waiting for you after the smoke clears. Although for one of you, the darkest pit of hell has opened to swallow you whole. So don't keep the devil waiting, old friend.
Damn.
My daughter, if you can hear me,
they sealed that nigga. Yo, I know he was sick as shit, bro. He was sick as shit. He's like, oh, this remnant, oh, this remnant. Bro was sick as shit right here. I'm not gonna lie.
Return as meeting, old friend. My daughter, if you can hear me, I knew you would return as well. It's in your nature to protect the innocent. I'm sorry that on that day, the day you were shut out and left to die, no one was there to lift you up into their arms the way you lifted others into yours. And then, what became of you? I should have known you wouldn't be content to disappear. Not my daughter. I couldn't save you then, so let me save you now. It's time to rest, for you, and for those you have carried in your arms. This ends, for all of us, in communication.
Damn. Wow, that was a crazy speech.
May have freed the spirits from the metal of the robots, but some of them still needed help actually moving on into the afterlife. This help would come from Charlie. She helped guide the spirits into the robots. Now she would help them move on. In the world of Five Nights at Freddy's, the way a spirit can move on is by them being put into a happy memory. The memory Charlie chose actually comes from the crying child and the day he got bit. Piece by piece, Charlie put that terrible, shattered memory back together. But this time, she would change it into a happy memory. Instead of the crying child getting bit on his birthday, Charlie changed it so that all of the missing kids and Charlie would celebrate him, giving him a giant birthday cake. By changing that terrible memory into a happy one and attaching all of the spirits to it, they were able to successfully pass into the afterlife.
Wasn't this a FNAF 3 minigame? This was a FNAF 3 minigame, right? So this was a FNAF 3 minigame? That's fire that happened and shit from a story perspective. So this mini game technically wouldn't have made the full sense without the context of like what just happened.
Able to succeed that terrible memory into a happy one and attaching all of the spirits to it, they were able to successfully pass into the afterlife.
Wow. Damn, RIP, bro.
Like I said, they were all able to move on. Except for one.
Damn. What the fuck? What? What the fuck? this nigga William. This nigga in hell, bro. Wait.
Cassidy, the most
Oh, I'm tripping.
vengeful spirit of them all, wasn't done yet.
Why is she still mad though, bruh? Why is she so mad?
He decided to attach his soul to William's, making sure that William was unable to move on. By attaching his spirit to William's, he was able to trap Afton in an endless loop of death. He made Afton relive every one of his terrible misdeeds. The fear experiments, his underground bunker, and the pizza.
Y'all told me that this is William's perspective, so I knew that. But she hated that nigga. That's real hate. That's a real hater right there. I respect it though. I respect it, bro. Motherfucker didn't even wanna go to that afterlife until this nigga spent the entirety of the rest of his like miserable existence, bro, in hell, bro.
Every one of his terrible misdeeds. The fear experiments, his underground bunker, and the pizzeria where Cassidy was killed. Afton experienced all of this while being attacked and killed over and over again
JoJo
by
death.
all of the animatronics from his past. Every time an animatronic would attack him, Cassidy would be there, reminding him that the suffering will never end.
We've only just begun. I will never let you leave. I will never let you rest.
He tried to release you. He tried to release us.
Do you feel like this nigga really getting golden experience Requiem, bro? This low key worse than that, though. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
No matter how many times.
Well, to be honest, it might not be. I ain't gonna lie. You could debate about that, but like this shit sucks regardless.
Cassidy knew that Afton didn't deserve the afterlife. He deserved to pay for what he's done for all of eternity. But if you keep up with the franchise, you know that that's not the end of the story. Like I said at
I was about to say, isn't there, this video about to end, but isn't there like other games after this and shit?
Beginning of the video, making a FNAF timeline is not easy, no matter what anyone says. In broad strokes, you can explain the basic plot, but once you get down to the motivations and the why of everything, you have to start filling in the blanks yourself. Some people
we retcon a security breach out. Is this the canon that y'all accept? Y'all don't fuck with the security breach story and shit?
I'd like to shout out our right host for his theory about Cassidy being spring-locked in Golden Freddy. I think that makes a lot of sense and is really satisfying for the narrative. Also, I'd like to shout out MattPat for his theory about Midnight Motorist. After trying to figure that minigame out for years, I think your explanation makes the most sense. It's important for me to say that no one except for Scott Cawthon himself knows the exact story he was trying to tell. So please make sure to watch.
Man, this nigga Scott Cawthon, bro, because of the community, bro, just like shit, fuck it, it sounds pretty good, gang. Shit, I should have thought of that, bro. He definitely got blessed. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. So is this ending just...
Thanks for watching.
Oh yeah, this is basically that. Okay, so that was the entire FNAF timeline, bro. That was the entire FNAF timeline and shit like that, though, bro. That was a really good video and shit like that. Like, I grew up with some FNAF games and shit, but like just playing the game and understanding it is like completely two different things. So there is a lot of things that got filled in and shit like those. Crazy story, bro. Crazy story. So now that FNAF is still going on, do people care about the story like that now and shit? That section of the story and shit, that's really good. That's really good story, bro. That's really good community and storytelling and lore and shit like that. Somewhat, not really. Whatever the case may be and shit like that. We're gonna go ahead and put those on. By the way, we smoking on William. I ain't gonna catch. We smoking on that nigga. I ain't gonna catch him. We smoking on that nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That nigga ain't you William Afton? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. We smoking on him. But anyways, we're gonna actually put this on the gaming channel. If you're watching this on the gaming channel, shit like those, Twitch Blue Rye in the description. Come to the motherfucking stream and shit like those, man. But yeah, IBBG.